Welcome to the Timpooneke Trail, often mispronounced as Timpooneke, or Timpooneke rather. This, I think, is the beautiful way up Timp. They're similar distance whether you go this way or Aspen Grove, but I think this one has a lot better views. So I like it. Anyway, somebody way up there, over the top, and then up over one more ridge at Emerald Lake. We have a female who rolled an ankle. So search and rescue is responding. The rest of my team's right behind me. And we've got some up ahead. We're sending some horses up. And we're gonna help bring this person down. In the meantime, enjoy this truly beautiful hike. Timpanogos, it looks fabulous from the valley side. It's just majestic. But you drive the Alpine loop around the back and take one of these two main trails up, and it is even more spectacular. Like, you feel like you're truly in wilderness, even though, and you are really. This is not civilization, even though it's so near to where 600,000 people live. So, as you can imagine, it's very popular, especially on weekends. Oftentimes people head up Friday night around midnight or 1, intending to reach the summit, 11,750 feet before sunrise. Watch the sun come up over the Uintas. But it's a great hike, as you will see. This is kind of the end of the first big long meadow area down there, and we go up a series of steps, giant ladder or something, as we go along the trail. Down in the valley right now it's over 100 degrees. It's something in the 90s here, so be sure and bring plenty of liquids for this and some munchies. And even though it's hot now, it will cool down overnight. So bring some layers, and if you're really awesome, bring some layers you can share with other people. We appreciate it when you help rescue people who don't come prepared. I can point out one of the common dangers of Utah County. There's so many cliffs everywhere that people get stuck, and they'll think they can just go down. Like maybe 10 years ago, we had a hiker who was hiking up along that upper ridge with a family, and they meant to go down the other side to Horse Flats, but he kind of lost the trail or decided to shortcut, and he figured he could see the Timpooneke parking lot down there, so he figured he could just come down here and make it. But you see this really big cliff right there, like 200 feet high, and then there's that little notch in between. He got stuck right on top of that, and to escape to the left, there's just a really dicey, narrow ledge off to the left. To make matters worse, it was... Hi.
Good luck.
Thanks. Even though it was June, I believe, we had a serious snowstorm here. There was like maybe 2 inches of snow on the ground, and all he was wearing was shorts and a windbreaker. So the storm also, searching all night, wind and low clouds made it impossible almost to find him. Luckily in the morning there was a little break in the weather, wind died down. We called out, and to our surprise and pleasure, he called back. He was okay. He had ducked in out of the moisture under a little overhang and didn't have hypothermia. So we sent some rescuers across that narrow little ledge, tied off some ropes, lowered him down below, and walked him out. So it was a happy ending, luckily. If you bring a water filter, by the way, there are several nice little spots like this where you can fill up your bottles. got here. Hey, Team 2. Yeah, Team 3 is a little spread out. The first big step, and the trail just diagonals right up above another little cliff band. And now we've got John here, another Team 3 member that caught up to us. First big nice meadow. Start getting to places where it's common to see moose now. More of Team 2 up ahead. Team 2 is, there are at least 4 more members, including these 2 guys. Hey, Team 2. We're gonna head across up there as well. Like, you know when you climb Nebo?
Nebo, yeah.
And you get all the way to that last parking lot where you cut back? That's Monument.
Oh, yeah, I know where it is.
We just had another rescue get called out today. That's our 3rd or 4th of the day. We had one at Utah Lake. Maybe 2. I think someone just got mangled by a prop. So it's a busy day. Hi.
Thank you.
Sure.
Big camera. Sean, you need a big camera like that.
The higher you go up here, the more scenic it gets. It's nice there. Cools down a few degrees as well. There's the big switchback. The head's way up there. Hello, Neil. It's ahead of us. I don't know, there are 4 people that have it, and we have not caught up to that just yet. So.
We are 30 to 40 minutes down there from one of the hikers that they're on the
Yeah, you heard that. Yeah. It's not the same place for sure. A lot of them are good.
For the Provo Boat Harbor, there is a 188 number already.
These purple flowers, when the top has not blossomed like this, when they are at full blossom, that means 6 weeks until winter.
And you learned that where?
I learned that on Homestead Rescue.
Well, now I'm going to pay attention. Right here, the snow bridge often persists into July, so you got to be really careful going over it so you don't punch through or slide down that notch. Yeah. A little above 9,000 feet here, aren't we? I was about to say, if you're not going to ride that, I'd be happy to. So upper area and the basin, the meadows are famous for this. Almost that last big switchback. We've got 3 mountain goats right up there in the shade. Well, we just missed 2 goats. They just got by 20 feet past us there. Sorry, couldn't get the camera on quick enough. There may be more. Timp right above. Emerald Lake is right over there, and the glacier just around from that. There we go. Hey, just ran into Brennan and Thomas here. What do you guys have to say about this whole thing?
I think it's super cool. I mean, this is the hardest hike I've ever done, and we just ran across some of these members who been 2.5 hours, and it took us a little more than 4 to get to where they were at. And
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this is just y'all's Sunday afternoon. You have no idea what's happening, and you have to start walking up Timp. Like, you get a call, hey, do you feel like hiking Timp? Crazy, man.
Might as well, it's 100 degrees.
Yeah.
And that you guys are volunteers. I mean, and look, we walked through the boulder field. I could have sprained my ankle. I could have been that person.
Yeah. Glad you're not.
Yeah.
Super
Hey, did you guys go up to the top
We
summit?
did.
How was that?
Amazing.
pretty amazing.
I was
Yeah.
really scared,
Yeah.
to be honest. I've never
Just
done
because it's
anything like that
steep and you're
before.
looking down that whole.
I was getting the vertigo
7,000
and all that
feet.
stuff, but then coming back down was easy peasy.
Good.
Yeah, it's a cool way to connect with nature, and I'm super glad I was able to do this today.
How about Emerald Lake? What's your main impression of Emerald Lake?
I think that was the best part.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes sense to do it after the summit, because then you're all hot and sweaty, and you can just go jump in
Yeah.
that glacier water and that
Nice
glacial
and
water.
warm, right? Bath water.
Yeah, exactly.
A little above freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a great day. Walk safe.
Appreciate
man.
everything you do.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, what's your YouTube channel?
The normal trail, if you're going up, is to take a right turn here, because that'll take you up around. You can see the switchbacks right there, and then across to the saddle. And that is such a spectacular view. You've been back here in the backcountry for all this time, and all of a sudden you step over that saddle and it's this beautiful kind of flat rock there, and suddenly you're looking down on Utah Valley, 600,000 residents, 100,000 acre Utah Lake, and it's just beautiful. Whether you hit it at night or day, is really a spectacular view. But we're gonna go left because that's where our patient is, somewhere over here, and you can see another switchback that cuts across all the gravel and over into that basin. That's where Emerald Lake is, where we thought we were going this morning, but it turns out we're not going quite that far. Let's get on with it. This is where I camped my first time I ever climbed this mountain over 20 years ago.
I don't know what is right there along that ridge, right there where the snow starts.
Oh, that's pretty narrow in there.
Is it narrow?
Like that part on foot, that's narrow. That's pretty narrow down in there.
Yeah, it's all kind of slopey along that whole band. Nothing, I mean, the helicopter could nose in, but not land. Skid load. And now that we're here, here come the other cavalry. DPS, Star 9, save the day.
Well, they see on the other end. They'll see her coming down.
few goats running along the cliffs down below the chopper there. Here goes their flight nurse dropping on their hoist cable. Once he's detached, the helicopter will take off and come back when it's ready. There goes our flight nurse with our patient and a tagline, keeping it from spinning. Tagline released. And off they go. Suddenly now it is so peaceful all over again. Well, turned out that was a lot easier than we thought it was going to be. We made 5 3/4 miles. Beautiful hike. Glad I got to get at least this far. See some of my favorite terrain in the world. Look, almost a shame we didn't get up to the shoulder over to Emerald Lake. Just so close, but this is one of my favorite places in the world. Isn't this nice?
This is very nice.
Carried the litter, but they beat us up the mountain. I mean, they got a good head start, but still, they did good pace. These guys are tough.
Everyone's coming back up to take you guys down. I hope. It would have been nice.
We've got some horses 100 yards along for you, but we can carry anything you want as well. Oh, look, Megan's carrying double.
I think, yeah, I know. Megan's.
Did you carry that all the whole way? Oh, okay. Do you want me to take half of it back to the horses?
Are you recording this?
Yes. We gotta get you tough heroes. Jeff.
I think we're just gonna pass up.
You're up.
Well, at least we've got the our new titanium litter, which is significantly lighter than our other one. I want to say a big thanks to our corporate sponsors who donated. You make our lives a lot easier, and we appreciate you.
I haven't. I took a waterfall of it.
Nice. Hey Matt, you want to give us a rundown of what it was like from Team 1 perspective?
Team 2.
Team 2?
Couldn't catch these guys. They're so
Yeah.
You want Team 1 perspective? Michael and Kevin.
Well, how far did you go up? Did you get up to the patient?
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah. So Team 2, yeah.
Team 2 hiked with litter. There's 4 of us. Hiked with 4 of us, and hard to find the patient up here, and not sure which trail to go on, but they recommended this trail. Just came up here and had to do a big switchback. But yeah, once we got to her, I can show you a picture, but when we got to her, Kevin had her on his back.
I thought I saw him carrying
Walking
her
down the trail.
in binoculars, yeah.
And then as that was happening, we heard the helicopter come over. So that was a little sigh of relief. Sat there for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I got her on my back and carried her another 50 yards to a flatter area where they could hoist her.
Awesome.
And she was in pain. You could tell every time her leg moved, she was
Yeah.
wincing.
So a horse really would not have worked for her.
No, I don't think so, with all that banging together and stuff.
Yeah. Well, thanks to R9.
Yeah, that's it. I know.
Awesome.
And then they tried to get her right back, and they were too busy.
Yeah. Darn it.
It's all good. We had a good time.
You gotta learn to practice. Oh, my knee.
I know.
Oh,
I
it
knew
really
I'd be a better
hurts.
actor.
Yeah.
No, it was good.
Cool.
Yep.
And now we head down.
Okay.
Sam, what's this you're doing on your shoe?
I realized right before we got to the top, my sole was coming off,
Yeah.
and before it, my entire shoe just kind of fell apart. We tried to hustle down here to catch up with you guys, so I could have some hope of saving my shoe and saving my feet on the way back down.
Glad we got to help somebody else as long as we were around.
You guys are a lifesaver.
Yeah.
It was fun too. I mean, we had to like go down the rock garden, trying not to cause a rock slide.
Yeah, we saw some dust come tumbling down now and then. So Jaden, tell us about your day.
Pretty good. Nice late start, 12:30.
Did you come up this way up Timpooneke?
We came up Aspen Grove.
Uh-huh.
10 out of 10. It's pretty nice grade up the whole way. It doesn't really get too steep. It's a little rockier than this Timpooneke, but it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah.
And you say this is my fault, but just so you know, if it wasn't for me, I don't think we'd get to bless the YouTube.
Because
So we took a little bit longer to get up because I got church on Sunday,
yeah.
Lord then like day.
Yeah.
So
Good.
came up as soon as we could after that.
That's cool. Tell us a little bit about Emerald Lake.
Oh man, it is like you kind of come up there and it's not that breathtaking, and then you get a little bit past the rocks, and then when you see like the deep part, when you see all the blue, and it's got that little like island bay that goes out there. Oh, so pretty.
Then you just whip off everything except your underwear and just dive in.
Well, I guess it depends on who you are.
Yeah, well, then there's the 3 ladies that were next to us. They were a little more ballsy than we were, taking more than just their underwear off.
Oh,
I don't
how
know
about
what
that?
you're talking about. No, because anyway, so yeah, that was awesome. I mean, when you jump in there, like you hit the water and just bone chilling. And I was in there trying to swim out a little bit. And I was trying to like yell back to Jaden because he was recording it, and I was like, I could barely even talk. It's like 1,000 pounds just on your chest.
Yeah.
Knives, just 100 of them.
So you recommend this to anybody?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
Hands down. And if you're gonna do Timpanogos, I'd highly suggest Aspen's Grove.
Start no later than 9 a.m.
Well, I guess it really depends. I mean, sometimes things happen, and like you get to see helicopters right overhead, and you get cool opportunities when you don't You just wing things, you know.
Yeah, send it
Yeah.
out a little later.
Can't really go wrong as long as
Exactly.
you've got enough to drink and
And,
enough
you know, as
to
long
keep
as-
you warm.
Right.
Light. Yep.
Yeah, and as long as you're following like the rule of adventure, send, full send or no send, you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yep. Better than watching TV, right?
Oh,
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
So get off your butt, quit watching this, and go out here and come do it.
Yeah. What's the matter with you
Go,
people?
come on. What are you still watching this for?
This cool rock all scraped and scarred and glaciated. I like it. This is the area where I most often see moose. So I'm looking around, but no sign. There's some crackling branches in the thickets. But that could just be bears or something. As long as we're here, let's take a little side path and check out Scout Falls, that beautiful official sign. It's just a short jaunt around the corner here. Without falling to your death. Final sloping descent down to this bottom meadow, and that means that since we kind of hit the bottom, it's the part where you feel like the parking lot should be right around the corner any second, but it's really, it seems like half a mile farther than you expected. No biggie, nice trail, relax and enjoy the last of your gorgeous hike on the Timpooneke Trail. And yeah, I mean, that's what you're here for, right?